Hi, I'm Greg Howlett, and I want to spend just a few minutes talking about my new CD, Portraits of Hope. Right now, just a few minutes ago, we finally finished recording my part of the project, the piano part, in this beautiful facility, Bailey Performance Hall at Kennesaw State University. And I'm thrilled to finally be done. A lot of people have asked me about the behind-the-scenes aspects of recording. And a lot of people like the video from my last project, Reflections on a Journey. And so I want to talk about that a little more today to give you a little more insight into the thought processes and some of the things that I go through with a project like this. We're going to talk about one song in particular, To God Be the Glory, which I sort of look at as sort of a theme for this project. To God Be the Glory is one of those songs that I call a goosebump song. Now, songs have different purposes on a CD. Some are very light and reflective, but this is a song that I call a goosebump song. Not because it causes goosebumps, but because I want it to. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But my goal is to create that deep emotional impact in the listener. And the way I'll typically do that is I'll start a song very soft and quiet and build it to a huge climax. And I sort of take that approach with this song, To God Be the Glory. But in this case, I wanted to actually start with a very, very high energy. And to do that, I came up with this introduction, which will sound, normally it's fully orchestrated, but it sounds something like this. And on and on. And then I go right into a rhythmic pattern that sounds like, I'm playing rhythm there. And then you have a horn or a trumpet or I can't remember, playing melody. But the purpose of all that is to create energy. The rhythm, all that is used for energy. And then after the first verse, I do something that sometimes becomes cliche with arrangers. We go down and we'll do something soft and quiet. And sometimes we shouldn't do that, but we do. In this case, I come down to a quiet level for this reason. I want to build the song here. If I start here, there's not so far to go. So I actually back way down after the first verse, so I have the ability to move toward a climax. And then halfway through that second verse, I start building toward that climax. And I build over the course of three choruses, each one bigger than the one before it, moving toward that climax. And I can say this for sure, there's no way I could do that without the help of other people. I have some of the collaboration on this project with some of the very, very best musicians I know. Steve Malden, for example, orchestrated and also conducted for me. And Steve is a great musician. He has a great instinct for what I want. Very often I'll record a song, a very rough recording of an arrangement, and I'll send it to him and say, I need orchestration. And I'll jot down some thoughts about what I want. I want this instrument here or this melody line here. But in general, I like to give Steve a lot of leeway, a lot of ability to create on his own, a lot of liberty, because I really want his insight into my music. He's that good. He's very, very valuable to me in terms of his contribution. And then, of course, I couldn't do it at all with the great help of the Nashville String Machine Orchestra in Nashville, which is well known as probably one of the top, if not the top, studio orchestras in the world. And they do a fabulous job. I get goosebumps personally when I hear the emotional content that they manage to work into my music. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. One of the best things about recording by far is a moment where you're sitting in the studio and your music comes to life. And that's a feeling that I just can't really describe. It's just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I'll never forget, just I guess a month ago, sitting in the studio in Nashville, right at the downbeat, the moment when I started playing along with the orchestra, To God Be the Glory. It was a great moment.
Yeah.
I certainly think we made it big.
Very nice present.
Yeah.